Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on with supporting the USC Trojans. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll bring it out. It's Perez. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll give it to the back. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. These two will try to live up to last year's game as SC won a thriller.
These teams play late in the year. Oftentimes they're beat up, physically worn down. This is a game that you've got to rise above all that. Mentally, you just have to be playing at a different level. Everyone's got to do just a little bit more. And last year, David, it was USC that just made a few extra plays to pull out the win against the Irish.
And I like that you mentioned late in the year because that also means there's so much on the line. Like a lot of times, playoff implications. Not just bragging rights for the Jewel Shillelagh. This is also a game that means a lot for the college football playoffs.
You've got a 3rd and manageable backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Turns it on in midfield. All kinds of running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown USC! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Coming out with it, it's Young. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He leaves it with his back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Luke Rockne, Ara Parseghian, John Robinson, Pete Carroll. A lot of national championships between these two schools, David.
Lou Holtz, and we could keep going on. The uniforms are always strong, always consistent. Fan bases are always so great. This is a game you can set your watch by. You know it'll be great.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on his defense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Leaves it with the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, More big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got his man out of the backfield. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Irish.
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the real route. He's open, throws a strike, gets in for the touchdown.
My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll go to the air. Gets it out fast. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and with that, they take the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Give to the running back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Got it on the outside. It's Weir. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And here comes the offense on second down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. The give headed toward right tackle. Still running at the 40. Running toward the tape. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Young. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years. And the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The ball is out behind the line. A defense scoops it up and they're bringing it back.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Picks up the first down, still moving. Touchdown, Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. They're lining up to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
The back goes in motion. Now the play fake. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And the ball is picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense lining up for a first down play. Takes a handoff and he's going right. At the 40, there he goes. Makes that one pay off and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game picking up the first down.
Yeah, the basic principles of the run.
Deep shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and made the play.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
He's going to run it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab at the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
Now on 2nd down. Little touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He'll pull it down and run. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. That type of big play can even make Traveler perk up and take notice.
And, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive. Explosive playmakers.
Ball in the air, intercepted! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
And just a great job by the defense being stand, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Finds his man. It's Harris. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. They'll pass on the 46-yard field goal attempt and go for it here. The give and the run on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They're going to test the right side with this one. Makes him talk to the hand. Gets away from one. He's got space. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Offense set on first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Power football with the run. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll ride the hot hand. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Going for it all. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long, they dial up the perfect coverage, and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Trojans are in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Defense was a little anxious there, got caught offside. Penalty will be declined and give them the touchdown. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. He's looking to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. come the Irish, back on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Snapped it in the shotgun. Quarterback now breaking the field. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Now when ball's out of bounds, incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Notre Dame right back to the line. The DBs will back off a bit. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. Bringing out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long games. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Off the play fake on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. This is a third and long. Let's go. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
This is a long fourth down try, but the offense stays on the field. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's looking deep. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Man, talk about playing complementary football. You get the sudden change, you get the turnover, and now you turn it into points immediately. Nice job by the defense forcing it, the offense taking advantage and putting points on the board.
Gets it to the back. He'll get in there as they draw 2 points closer. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
16.
Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Still running at the 40. And there they go again, another huge gain on the ground.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can...
Just plowing ahead. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And this guy...
Got enough space. Touchdown, USC. And the punishment has been extended. Traveler in the entire Trojan Nation starting to feel their oats as SC has built a lead in this one.
I'm impressed, too, with the Trojans in this one. They've got a lot of competition in conference week in, week out. You don't get a break when you go out of conference to play Notre Dame, but mentally, they've had a lot left in the tank. They are dominating Notre Dame here, Dave.
Man, it's so fun to watch year after year. Great uniforms, great football. This matchup with Jules Shillelagh every single year is always fun to watch.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back to. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback.
He wants to go deep. He's got it inside the 30. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Man, anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays, game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
That last incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 23. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll try to do it himself. And they're able to get him on the ground. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Surging forward on the sneak. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Yeah, he looks short of that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust him because the quarterback gets the ball right away. But that defensive line was having none of it. Failed 4th down. Big-time stop for this defense.
At the 35, he's open. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
A on the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Throws to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
That is the exact situation that every defense draws up. I want you in 3rd and long. I want you in a predictable passing situation. But I don't want you with that guy, because that guy can run around, scramble, buy time, make 3rd and long look like 3rd and short.
Got a lot of running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And the stomping has commenced.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there at Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Ohio. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's going for a big play downfield. He's got it on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30-plus.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Snags it over the middle. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Handoff from the gun. Smashes through. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He's got his man. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Notre Dame right back to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got his man on the outside. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
So a drive there of 84 yards. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
Touchdown, Trojans! And the beatdown has ensued. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way home.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Looking to go up top on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Coming after it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. He's got the back in the middle. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! Safe to say the offense could have used a few more plays like that earlier in the game.
Too little, too late. At least you got something going. You got some kind of rhythm. The offense put some points up. But, man, if they'd have started a little bit better, they might have had a chance to be a little bit more in this ballgame.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, Dave.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to get to it. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's moving out of the pocket. Now he'll fire back into the middle. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to...
And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His third interception. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the fourth quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage of the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Line getting set on 2nd down. Got the quick pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans! And the route is on. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. And with that latest touchdown, he's looking to etch his name alongside the Trojan Immortals at quarterback.
And there's so many stars that have played quarterback at USC that when they get the ball and they do their damage, guess what? They win big-time trophies. And this guy, you have days like this, week in and week out, you will be recognized as the best player in college football.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. He's going to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into it.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going for the big play. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, what a cut! And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
First down for the offense.
Comes out throwing on first down. He wants a big play here late. And it's caught inside the 30. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They're going to throw it again. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Complete downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Gets away. Buys a little time with his feet. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And into the end zone. And they'll get him on the ground at the 3-yard line. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Using his feet to buy time. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Here come the Irish back on offense. To the air on first down. Going to try to get it himself. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down. Running back goes in motion. Going up top on first down. He's got him in the flat. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Tempo in overdrive. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. Got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to pass. Scrambling away. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
He's looking to pass. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. 30 seconds left on the clock, and their last gasp will come down to getting this onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
And this is why you keep fighting. You just got your score on offense. Now you needed a miracle to come through with the onside kick so you can get one more possession to maybe go win this football game. Nice execution. And guess what? There's still time left on the clock.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative.
Unleashes one deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. He's looking to throw it. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
1st and 10 from their own 1, and they really need to create some breathing room. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all off season. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.